what you mean catch? I'm not sure you're not in the front of Giannis right now. If you factor in, because everybody love you know what I love?
I gotta hear this.
I love when people say they love analytics and they love third-level stats until you get to the third-level stats and they don't support their argument. You know what I'm saying? Everybody says, I want the truth. But people don't really want the truth, Chris, because it would destroy their illusions. See, this illusion that, Giannis is just running away with this thing. But when you get the real plus minus and it factors in your teammates and the teams you're playing, it's not even close. LeBron James is 10.2, Giannis is 7.8. So the gap from when LeBron is on the court to when he leaves, to when Giannis is on the court, to when he leaves, clearly, I wasn't going to even say this, but I told Chris off camera, I was secretly rooting for Ghost. I would have
made his argument a lot stronger, right?
Hey, Chris, I was secretly rooting for Golden State because of LeBron, because I was like, oh, see there? That's what I'm talking about.
Real quick on that, would you believe Golden State by 5 games has the worst record in all of basketball? By 5 games, that's how bad they are.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Just how quickly you fall.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
This was the dynasty, and now they're way worse.
Yeah. Like, Skip, when you look at this, if you look at the story all season, has been who? Has been what? Nobody saw this coming.
No,
Chris Broussard, what'd you have with Chris at 47 wins?
The Lakers?
Yeah. How would you?
No, I had them around 53. Same as you.
No. I had 56.
I was around. Okay.
I had 56. And now we about to be.
You were hesitant. You wasn't as confident on that 56 as you are now.
I bet Skip 5 cases. He tried to get me to get to go to 60. I asked him a couple of weeks ago, you want to do 60? He said, nah, he backed off that.
This is all revisionist history. All made up.
Look, when you look at what LeBron, there's no way, you know this, is that when LeBron doesn't, this team without, I believe the Bucks are a playoff team without Giannis. Now, they might not be 60 games, like they're going to win, they're going to get close to 70 with him. You know good well, even with AD on this Lakers team, they're not going to the playoffs. Not even close. They're not even the 8th seed. So I don't even know what the discussion is. Year 17.
So you think it's over?
Skip,
Year 17 really has nothing to do with it, though.
But 25 and a half, 10 and a half, 10.7, and 8 in the West. Because you tell us, now Chris Broussard has been telling me since he coming on, he in the East. Now we in the West. We the best in the West. And Chris Broussard don't want to give me no love.
Let me add, before I'm going to destroy your argument. You know I love LeBron, but it's just obvious. Milwaukee, you said a playoff team.
Yeah.
In the West without Giannis? Are they a playoff team in the West without Giannis?
No.
Okay. Take Anthony Davis and the rest of them without LeBron and put them in the East. They're a playoff team. You know that. In fact, they're fighting for home court advantage. In the East, they definitely in the playoffs.
Yeah, they're the
AD by himself.
They're probably like, because remember he was in Cleveland his last year. He was the 4th seed? Because they were 4-5 against Indy.
Well, look, shout out to LeBron James. He truly is having a phenomenal year. I was talking with Steve, the researcher, before I came on, and we couldn't totally verify it, but I feel I am 99.9% sure of this. LeBron's going to lead the league in assists. That no player ever in their 17th year has led the league in any significant category. Right. So that's John Stockton, all-time leader in assists, who played like 19, 20 years.
He played, yeah.
His last year leading the league in assists was his 12th year. So this is truly phenomenal. And then you give him technically, because we know he's played a lot of point guard his whole career, but technically he switches to a new position. So in many years, he would be the MVP. But this case is just cut and dry. Number one, Giannis has the better traditional stats. 29.7 points a game to LeBron's 25, in 4 fewer minutes a night, mind you. 13.7 rebounds to LeBron's 7.7. LeBron's got him in assists, but Giannis still gets you 6 assists. LeBron is higher field goal percentage, the whole 9 yards.
3-point percentage.
Analytics. Giannis has the highest PER, player efficiency rating, of all time.
Yep.
32.02 of all time. Wilt has the next 2 for a single season, 2nd and 3rd. Jordan has the 4th, and LeBron has the 5th in a different year. LeBron right now is 9th in the league in PER, 2nd on his own team. So there's more analytics than real plus minus. So you got that. Then you got the fact that Giannis is arguably, in addition to all the offense, arguably the best defensive player in the league. The best defensive player on the best team, could win Defensive Player of the Year. Then you got the team success. They're on pace to win 71 games. The only two teams to win more than that, we know, the Warriors in 2016, the Bulls in 1996. The Bulls had 3 Hall of Famers, Rodman, Jordan, and Pippen. The Warriors had at least 2 in Clay and Steph and probably Draymond, right? He'll probably end up this year don't help him, but he'll probably get in there.
Defensive Player of the Year, 3 titles, and I think he won a gold medal. Wasn't he on that 2016 team?
Okay, so he's probably a Hall of Fame. So 3 Hall of Famers. Then they're winning by 12.2 points a game. There are only 2 teams have won by more points per game. The 72 Lakers, who won 33 straight and had Wilt, Jerry West, and Gail Goodrich, 3 Hall of Famers.
Yep.
Then the 71 Milwaukee Bucks, who had Oscar Robertson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And this dude is doing it with Chris Middleton. No shade on Chris Middleton.
You shaded
but
him.
Giannis does not have a second superstar. LeBron's got AD. And Giannis, all the teams in his lane.
He just made back-to-back All-Star teams. He's leading this league at 44% from the three-point line. He is a second star, but nobody gives him. He's a starless star.
Okay.
Nobody even recognizes.
But is he a second superstar?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So I get he's
I'm going to go star.
He's a nice star. But there's no and this is the same argument that helped LeBron win his 2 MVPs in Cleveland when they won 61 games and 66 games. Because who was his second star? Mo Williams? So it was like he's doing it kind of by himself. Mo made all-star teams with LeBron. Derrick Rose, when he won it in Chicago, it was like, who's his second guy? He has no second guy. Allen Iverson, when he won it with Philadelphia, who's the second guy? So this is the formula we've used. I've been voting for 25 years. I'm sorry. I think even you agree with me now.
No.
It's just over. I mean, what?
Okay.
I just
Skip.
My turn. I'm going to break the tie.
Go ahead and break the tie.
Please.
I give you this. In PER, which is the ultimate test to me, I've got Giannis running away with the all-time best, and I got LeBron 11th. I don't know what your stats were, but 1 to 11. That's
11th this year.
Yes, right now, right here, right now. That's a significant gap. And I've got Giannis #1 in the NBA in defensive win shares. So when you're setting the all-time record with your offensive production and you're #1 in defense, that's hard to fight. Okay,
but
now my bottom line is I believe LeBron James will win the MVP.
Really?
What is it always about? Heisman's, MVPs.
Stories.
Storylines.
Yes!
Narratives.
What was his storyline last year, though?
Narratives. Here we go. What happened with Giannis last year? Everybody voted for him as the runaway MVP, and he wins his first one. And did he pay back all of his supporters who voted for him in the playoffs? He did not. He came up mini-me small. They won the first 2 games against Toronto, and they lost 4 straight. And I don't even want to bore you with the stats, but his stats went in the toilet in the last 4 games. They built the wall, and he could not break through the wall.
Couldn't get over
and
it.
he showed a huge, severe Achilles heel of a weakness. He can't shoot it beyond 8 or 10 feet. This year, he's trying to better that. Okay, so it was such a letdown off his first MVP season. I think in hearts of voters, maybe not your heart, it's going to be hard to vote him a back-to-back MVP, which is a huge thing in NBA history. It's a big deal to go back-to-back. Steph did it. Steve Nash did it. Okay. All right. So be careful with this because the LeBron story in year 17 is a great one. I give in to that because Karl Malone won at age 35, an MVP, and he was slightly older than LeBron is, but he was in his 14th season.
Right.
So this is 17th season. And I give you this, he has been phenomenal given what I thought he would or wouldn't be. He has had a huge bounce back, and he actually, his early season campaign of #WaskedKing served him beautifully because it set everybody up for I'm not the wash king. I'm just the king.
Yeah, he is.
I'm back, right?
So
Now,
he did that purposely.
Well,
to
it's
feed
set
the
up.
storyline.
The backlash from that became a good lash.
Well,
from
you know
that,
what it
right?
started with Wash. When you remember, Jenny, you remember this. He kept showing them low lights. Let's see it again.
Okay, that was last year.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Well,
when
you looked pretty washed last year.
And
Don't
you
like
said
those.
when the who was the guy for the Knicks that blocked the shot the last second?
Hazonia.
Yeah.
Mario Hazonia.
We saw that 100 times.
Yeah. They're like it's over. They're like it's over.
Okay, so just for the record, this is a man who's still, LeBron, a lousy free throw shooter and no better than average from three-point. In fact, he's below average in the rankings of three-point.
He better than Giannis from 3 and
Okay,
better than
but
Giannis.
again, he's supposed to be, he's a high-volume three-point shooter. So given that, it kills me that we're having this discussion, but I'm giving into it because I know so many in the media love this man. They love what he does off the floor. They love him as the face, not only of the Lakers, but of the NBA. They love the speech that he gave to, what was it, a few nights after Kobe passed. And all that together is fairy tale, storybook, narrative.
So
That's
you
what's gonna
think
happen.
you
I
think
believe
Giannis should win it, but
well,
LeBron
the
will
stats,
win it?
it should
Is that
be
what you're saying?
over, and the hay is in his barn. He's already done it. But remember, Milwaukee has the 8th hardest closing schedule. The Lakers only have the 19th hardest. So I think LeBron can make a lot of hay down the stretch.
You know the voters. I know the voters. I don't think the voters will be swayed just by the story.
All right.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's part of it. When things are close, I just don't think it's that close. And again, LeBron's clearly second. There's